So the greatest thing about the Breakthrough Coach is it's going to teach you a new way to envision your role.
And the purpose of the course is to create a breakthrough in the results of public schools by transforming the role of the public school leader and of the public school secretary.
So a lot of times as administrators, we're thrown into the job. There's no professional development really available to us that teach us how to manage paperwork and how to manage people.
Principals don't enjoy being a principal because they feel so bogged down by so many responsibilities.
Was completely overwhelmed with the amount of work I was taking home.
Feeling overwhelmed, feeling a sense of burnout.
When things are overwhelming, when things are out of balance, then we're not really being great at what we do. And so we're not good in the classrooms, or we're not good in the school setting, but we're also out of balance at home. And so our personal life, our health, our family, our friends, all that's suffering as well.
For the last 17 years, we worked with over 75,000 school principals and administrators and secretaries all over the world.
The me before the program was inundated by paperwork and people, just an influx of people coming in and out of my office. I thought open door policy meant my door was open all the time, and I could not get out of the office because of it.
I was able to go from working 70 to 80 hours a week, working nights and weekends, down to about 50 hours to 55 hours a week, accomplishing far more than I had been before.
After the Breakthrough Coach, I've been able to go in classrooms so much that it's directly impacted our student achievement.
The Breakthrough Coach program shows them how to do exactly that.
Anyone else?
We give them information, we give them practices, they work with their secretary so that they leave on the second day with an actual game plan.
And so what we want to do is create a new system for how most schools handle the paperwork, or what we like to call the administrivia. So it will free up the administrator's time so that they can get a solid percentage of their work week out in classrooms.
Absolutely life-changing. So not only was my school impacted, my staff impacted, my community impacted by the practices of the Breakthrough Coach, but my entire personal life was as well.
This experience has been so liberating. It's given me permission to be able to actually do my real job during the daytime, which is to be in the classroom with students and teachers and impacting that achievement.
We have some of the highest test scores in the nation are our graduates, because they spend their time in classrooms 2 to 3 days a week in classrooms, watching teachers, working with students.
In fact, our CCRPI score went from a 67.3 to an 80.4 in 1 year's time, thanks to the opportunity of being able to go into classrooms. So it has been such a great experience.
When you're searching for something that will help you, help your life, to really live a life and a career, this was it.
I've been practicing this methodology since 2005, and what I've found is it's life-changing.
After Breakthrough Coach, I realized that what a gem of a model this was. For me, it was heaven sent.
It's the best professional development that administrators can get.
I'm a very patient person, and I have a love for learning, so I want to give students a love for learning. I think the teacher friends that I have, most of us are in the middle of our careers, and even though we're lucky enough to have the pension, we feel the 403B is helpful too, and it will just be a nice little supplement for when we're able to retire. My experience working with my financial professional has been wonderful. He comes to our school, I get things in the mail, I get emails checking in, I get emails giving me information. If I have a question, he's just a phone call away. I added more to my 403B when I got a raise, so I would put more towards my savings. You see the monthly statements and they're getting bigger. I was excited.
I'm an educator because I was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 22, so the emphasis on living an active, healthy lifestyle was prominent in my life, so I just try to teach that to my students every day. I think people my age, when they look at retirement, they think that retirement is very far away, that a lot of people my age don't see the end. They kind of think they'll be working for the rest of their life. I think there's much more clarity on my end working with a financial professional in terms of my 403B. I wasn't really sure much about it when I first started teaching. Now I can see the big picture and why it's beneficial to me. The 403B is very simple. I go in once a year to update my contribution rate, and then it's automatically deducted from my paycheck every week. And I think it's a very easy, stress-free plan for me. Although a lot of people like to live in the now, it is important to think about your future, especially if you have a spouse or future children on the way. So it's important to find a financial professional to advise you on these things now.
I think I was drawn to education because I saw the life my dad built for himself as an educator, and that was creating an incredible family life for his kids, for himself, and for his wife. I've been teaching for 4 years, but have planned for retirement since day one. And that has helped me save this money and be able to increase the amount I'm putting towards my retirement now so I can reap the benefits later. I was really excited that I hit the ground running in the right way toward my retirement as soon as I started at 22. Working with my financial professional was smooth, easy, and comforting in that I was a part of the decision-making process with where my money went, and I understood where my money was going and felt comfortable with what was happening, and that meant the most to me, especially as a young professional. I would tell a new teacher starting out, get going right away, because this is the time to save. We're young. They really have to have one eye on the future, and to be able to enjoy all the years of hard work, we want to have to put in the money now.
To be quite honest with you, when I first started teaching, I didn't even know what retirement meant. I was able, with AXA, to set up a 403B, and that was the beginning of my career. They were able to set up a plan for me, and I was able to follow that plan. And I listened to them, and I was very fortunate that I did. The money was taken right out of my paycheck, and I got very comfortable with it, and I didn't even miss it. And I think that was the biggest thing that I learned from this whole process, was how money works and how it grows for you. And I was able to grow it through consistently putting my money away. When my children first started teaching, I let them know that it is so imperative that you get involved in a 403B plan. You keep increasing that as you go on, and if you follow that plan, if you follow that steady growth of your money, you're going to be very happy when you retire.
Hello and welcome to Curriculum Associates, an ed tech company committed to making classrooms better places for teachers and students. We offer award-winning blended learning resources in math, reading, and writing that were built from scratch for today's more rigorous academic standards. We believe fewer, more purposeful assessment is the foundation of any blended program. Rock-solid assessment data allows teachers to deliver targeted instruction for all students. iReady is the core of our research-based, data-proof program that has been proven to increase student outcomes and has changed the lives of students and teachers across the country. When you think of iReady, think power, think holistic. At the top, you have the iReady Diagnostic, an adaptive assessment program with built-in growth monitoring. The iReady Diagnostic provides a complete picture of student performance and growth via predictive benchmarks, mini check-ins, and standard mastery assessments. With a wide range of meaningful reports, the iReady Diagnostic pinpoints the skills each student needs to develop down to the sub-skill level and provides teachers with reports that are easy to read and instantly actionable. It also automatically places students into a personalized online learning path. iReady reporting equals real-time insights. Reports provide skills-based lessons to support students where they are, and the data connects to our teacher-directed Ready Common Core instructional program. Ready, a rigorous on-grade level instruction and practice program for reading, mathematics, and writing, fully engages students in rigorous standards in a highly scaffolded way. Instruction also comes in the form of our online lesson tutorials. Based on the diagnostic results, iReady automatically places students into online lessons at their level for targeted instruction at students' highest areas of need. Engaging, interactive lessons allow students to work independently. And each online lesson provides explicit instruction, guided practice, and progress monitoring. And to complement iReady's student and teacher-led instruction, our reading and mathematics apps allow for targeted skill development and increases student performance and growth outcomes. With iReady Diagnostic, iReady Instruction, and Ready Print, you have the very definition of blended learning. Assessments providing data, data driving instruction, instruction that makes classrooms better places for teachers and students.
Hello, my name is Scott Crowder. I'm the CEO of Educational Vistas in Schenectady, New York. For 21 years, we've been providing leading school districts with quality management solutions to assist them in a number of areas. Our Safe Schools New York product has been the #1 VEDA reporting system for a decade, now containing all aspects of the Dignity for All Students Act, full customizable discipline module, optional PBIS at no extra charge, plus all of your school climate and school safety surveys, and one-button production of your VEDA and DASA reports. This system will link to any student information system that you might be using. We're very proud that our Staff Track product is the only complete, comprehensive APPR management system available in New York State. Find out what districts around you are finding when they switch to Staff Track. Everything from your internal planning, through your observations with any rubric, right through the appeals process. Everything to the production of the required New York State reports is included in this product. Our DataMate system is the most comprehensive assessment management system in the state of New York. It handles all of your New York State assessment data along with all local assessment data which may be used for your APPR calculations. It also has an online testing component that provides very low cost alternative to using other products to put your assessments online through your labs or other types of setups in your district. Our curriculum developer software is a very comprehensive curriculum management system that allows you to house your New York State curriculum in each subject area and align that curriculum to the Common Core. We're very proud of these solutions that we've produced. We also score New York State assessments in ELA, mathematics, and science, and process Regents data for many districts. Thank you, and I hope you give us a call.
McGraw-Hill is originally a curriculum and publishing company, but in the last couple of years there's really been a transformation to digital.
We're doing some of the most exciting work in all of technology now, not just education. We bring the 125 years of educational knowledge, of knowing how people learn, And that's where the science of learning comes in.
We have smart books across more than, at this point, 1,100 programs. And the smart book adapts to every student. By focusing on where they're making mistakes, we make it very efficient for a student to learn.
It's providing the learner with individualized, personalized feedback on a continuous basis.
The nice thing about a book is it's printed, it's done, and you ship it off, right? And then it's done. It's not the same with a piece of software. The expectation is it's going to be kept up to date, it's going to be kept relevant.
The power of technology in education allows us to gather large amounts of data, and it also allows us to change things on the fly.
We can release new features within really, really rapid timelines. So how good is it to know that the products that we are creating today have a rapid positive impact tomorrow? Not sometime down in the future, but literally tomorrow.
Ability to intervene in the second week of term, maybe even after just one class, is transformational.
So it goes beyond a student just getting a grade back. They're actually able to say, hey, I'm noticing a trend, or I'm noticing that there's somewhere where I can make a decision and I can change. It's actionable, and that's really exciting to me.
It's giving the instructor their time back with their students, but it's also helping the instructor determine how the students are performing in the class.
As we personalize the learning for that individual student, we can catch them up in areas that they're weakest on.
I think that a lot of what we do is we enable people to move up through that social ladder so that they can have, a better life, I guess.
I think a lot's going to change over the next several years to really think forward and look back of where we've been and where we're going. I think it's going to be a dramatic shift. You can see that happening already.
The reason we're all engaged in this is to be the company which makes the biggest possible difference.
When Connect is required in a course, we're seeing more positive results from students, we're seeing higher retention rates.
They're getting higher test scores. They're actually more capable in the workforce.
We know that the technology is making a difference because the teachers, the instructors who use it see it, because the children who use it in K-12, the young adults who are using it in college, respond to us and say, this is helping me.
This is probably the most exciting time for education that we've ever seen. And as exciting as the changes of the last 5 years have been, the next 5 years holds nothing but more promise.
The road to better writing starts when a teacher selects a prompt from Revision Assistant's rich content library. Revision Assistant offers narrative, informative, and argumentative prompts aligned with college and career-ready writing standards. Teachers can choose a writing task aligned with their curriculum and assign it to their class with just a few clicks. Revision Assistant shows students their assignments, then gives them a supportive space to start planning and organizing their essays. Students can then create their first draft in Revision Assistant before requesting a signal check. Signal checks are at the heart of the student learning experience in Revision Assistant. They give students instant, formative feedback so they always have a path forward. Revision Assistant provides students with holistic visual feedback on key aspects of their writing. This helps them see where they stand after each draft and where they need to go in the next one. Revision Assistant also identifies strengths and weaknesses in students' writing and provides personalized guidance on how to improve. Students receive actionable, targeted comments so they always have a next step. This motivates students to keep revising and taking their work to the next level. Students can get as much feedback as they want before submitting their final draft to their teacher for review. Revision Assistant collects students' work and gives teachers unprecedented visibility into the writing process. Teachers can see the destination students reach in their final draft and all the steps along the journey. With Revision Assistant, students write more and write better. Revision Assistant. Write, get feedback, improve.
The idea of globetrotting to destinations around the world to spend a week in intensive volunteer service is something of utmost importance. And that is why the Life Touch Memory Missions exist. At the heart of it all, bringing hope, developing relationships, and changing lives. It started in 2000. Since then, Life Touch Hands have helped rebuild a village in war-ravaged Kosovo, repair homes in Appalachia, establish a children's center in Jamaica, and construct a bridge in the land of the Navajo in Arizona. Memory Mission volunteers have also provided on-site assistance to victims of natural disasters throughout the United States. including Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, floods in the Dakotas, fires in California, and tornadoes across the Midwest. They have built 13 schools across Haiti. In 2011, LifeTouch formed a partnership with educators from across the globe and assisted in 3 school projects in the Dominican Republic.
Sometimes we plant seeds and we never get to see them grow. But when we plant them from the heart, we know that they land in fertile soil.
It is a phenomenal thing that the LifeTouch company does for children and families in the Dominican Republic. I was especially interested in this because it was the building of a school and the importance of education for all of our students, for all of our kids. That's where my heart is.
What they want is to affect the future and harvest all that talent.
It's the future of this country. And I was eating lunch with kids today, and one wanted to be a lawyer, one wanted to be an engineer, one wanted to be an administrator, and the school is what's going to get them there. Without LifeTouch or our associations, none of this would have happened.
I'm very grateful that NASP partners with LifeTouch, and that through my affiliation with NASP that I had the opportunity to come here. It's wonderful how blessed we are that people we don't know will come together to accomplish something like this, because this is definitely a gift.
When I left Newfoundland, Canada, I told the people, like, I'm going to build a school. When I go home, it's not going to be about the school. This is about relationships, this is about story, this is about hope. It's about what we take away after.
And what they learn is the benefit of servant leadership.
This idea of actually being a part of something greater than oneself, it's pretty inspiring.
What I'm learning is that there's such a difference between sympathy and empathy. You know, sympathy is feeling sorry for somebody. Empathy is taking the next step and really understanding and being aware of their situation. But what I think is the transformational step is taking that beyond to compassion. And what compassion does, it takes action to really do something about it. And that's what I think this LifeTouch Memory Mission trip is doing. It's taking an opportunity to make a difference.
And what it does is move one's spirit.
It's hard not to, this place generates some emotion in you. In terms of, what people have. The happiness, the joy, the love here, people welcoming each other into the community. The epiphany, I guess, is humanity. But trying to tell people about this experience, I don't know that you can explain it. I think you got to feel it. And I wish everybody could have this experience.
This experience has been life-changing. And I know if I don't do anything else in life, I've done this, and the memories are very special to me now.
Because you learn about others, and in that process, you learn about yourself.
The folks here thought that it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to help someone else. I didn't realize it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for someone else to help me.
I learned a lot myself. I think I got more out of this trip than I can ever give. And it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
I'm extremely blessed to rediscover why we do the things we do to uplift students. These kids add validation to the commitment to get up and serve others. And there's no better role than being that of a servant leader. So I owe a great deal of gratitude to the people of the Dominican Republic.
These people only need what we all need, a direction with clarity.
All I need to do is have a purpose. And when you find that purpose and you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. And we did that here for the kids because they're gonna have a future. They have hope, and I've made friends for life.
Many people come back from in remission, and they've told me what a life experience it's been. Over the past couple of days, it's been an emotional trip for me. It's been pretty phenomenal.
It's almost overwhelming right now. Little did I know that I was going to become the student this week. And they have taught me more about life in 6 days than I have learned in my 40 years of life. And I hope to become a better person for me and happier and just appreciate the little things.
Life to the Max is brought to you by LifeTouch, photography for a lifetime.